Or my friend Goran Todorovich, Team Goran RE Care Realty. And I think you know by now that Goran's put me to work. Yes, we're out in the community. It's a great project, Goran's idea. And I'm Goran's care ambassador. We'll talk a little bit more about exactly what I'm doing in the community to help promote local businesses. But first, we're going to talk a little sports. NHL last night. Hey, the Toronto Maple Leafs, they hammer Edmonton 3 straight games. 3-0, 3-0, 6-1. They played last night over in Vancouver. The Canucks are not very good. We know that. But the Canucks take care of business last night, beat the Leafs 3-1. Goaltender Thatcher Demko was sensational, 31 saves, and he wasn't even the game's first star. Jake Virtanen, who had a couple of goals, was the number one star of the game last night. Pierre Engvall had the only goal last night for the Maple Leafs. So again, the Leafs fall 3-1 last night on the road out in Vancouver. Elsewhere, Montreal also came up short, but at least got a point. The Canadiens lost 4-3 to the Winnipeg Jets. The hero there, Pierre-Luc Dubois, who came over in the Patrick Lyon trade a few weeks back, he scored with 31 seconds left in overtime to win it for the Jets. The Flames beat the Ottawa Senators last night. Calgary winning 7-3. Kind of strange. You think before they fired the coach. They fired Jeff Ward after the game, like an hour after the game. 7-3, you win, you fire the coach. Something's up in Calgary. They bring a familiar name back to replace Jeff Ward. Daryl Sutter coached there from 2002 to 2006. Sutter was also the general manager during some real good Flames seasons between 2003 and 2010. So once again, Daryl Sutter back behind the bench with the Calgary Flames. Real sad note in hockey today in the world of sports. Wayne Gretzky's dad passed away yesterday. The great one putting it out on social media last night that his dad, Walter, had passed away at the age of 82. Walter Gretzky, I had the chance to meet him a couple of times. And the one story that I always tell was when I asked him, because Wayne played 1 year of junior hockey, played 1 year up in Sault Ste. Marie as a 16-year-old. At 17, he went pro to the WHA back in the day at Indianapolis. He was, 160 pounds, slim as a rail. And I asked his dad, Walter, were you ever nervous? Were you worried that Wayne was going to get hurt? And Walter looked at me and said, always I was worried that Wayne would get hurt. But just a tremendous hockey dad. And the entire hockey community, all the superstars, the coaches, John Tavares of the Maple Leafs, the coach of the Leafs, Sheldon Keefe, all came out last night and just remarked what a fabulous man that Wayne's dad, Walter Gretzky, was. A couple of other notes in sports. NBA, Raptors lost. Then again, they only have like a handful of players due to the COVID protocol. They were missing Pascal Siakam again, the head coach, no nurse, nobody there. Toronto put up a bit of a fight, but fell to the Celtics 132-125. Pistons also lost, but that's nothing new. Pistons are the worst team in the entire Eastern Conference. They fall to the Knicks 114-104. Canadian R.J. Barrett led the way. He had 21. College basketball, Michigan, after a horrible loss just a few nights ago, bounced back and they trounced the Spartans 69-50. Michigan State hanging in the balance, trying to get into the tournament. Michigan, of course, ranked number 2 in the entire country. And one golf note I wanted to mention, too. How about that? Corey Connors, a Canadian at a Listowel, just down the road, not far from here, shot 66 yesterday. He's tied with Rory McIlroy for the lead at the PGA tournament going on. That's Bay Hill. That's the Arnold Palmer tournament down at Bay Hill in Orlando. On the backside yesterday, Connors 31, went 35-31 and shares that lead. Now, just a second again, I want to mention too, teamgorancares.com. Look it up, and there's a little form you can fill out. It'll tell you what kind of business you mark it down. Maybe it's a hair salon, maybe it's a restaurant. And what we're going to do is we're going to get out in the community in the next few weeks, really busy trying to promote some of these local businesses that have been hit hard due to the pandemic. So you can also call 519-979-9949 and ask for Kelsey. She's doing all the work on it. She'll set it up and make sure that we get out and help give your business a little bit of love as well. Once again, it's Beller for my friend, Goran Todorovich.